Welcome to the story of the English Electric Lightning. Born to thunder, it stands as Britain's greatest Cold War interceptor. Presented by the Lightning Association, located at the former RAF Binbrook. During the early Cold War, Britain urgently required a supersonic interceptor to defend against high-speed, high-altitude Soviet bombers. The English Electric Lightning was the answer, conceived as a point defense aircraft tasked with protecting the United Kingdom, its RAF airfields, and the V-bomber force. Designed with a single-minded focus on speed, climb rate, and ceiling, the Lightning became the UK's first and only operational Mach 2 fighter. Optimized for rapid scrambles and immediate response, it could reach altitude within minutes, pilots famously describing the experience as being strapped to a pair of rockets. While its limited range and high operating costs drew criticism, the Lightning fulfilled its mission exceptionally well. It remains an enduring symbol of Britain's Cold War air defense capability, an uncompromising aircraft built to do one job and to do it better than anything else. The Lightning began with Teddy Petter's bold engineering philosophy. In 1944, Petter proposed stacking two turbojets vertically inside the fuselage, a radical design for the time. The short SB-5 research aircraft validated his 60-degree wing sweep. After Petter's departure in 1949, Freddie Page led the team and brought the Lightning to operational reality. Their vision reshaped British aviation and set the stage for a revolutionary aircraft. On August 4, 1954 at Boscombe Down, the P-1A prototype made its maiden flight, piloted by Roland Beaumont, marking Britain's entry into supersonic aviation. The P-1B prototype soon followed, featuring powerful engines, a redesigned intake, and cockpit canopy. Production F-1 Lightnings entered service in December 1959, with frontline RAF operations officially beginning in July 1960. The Lightning's innovative design set it apart from all other aircraft, delivering truly unmatched performance. Its distinctive vertically stacked twin Rolls-Royce Avon engines minimized drag and, combined with a 60-degree swept wing, enabled sustained speeds beyond Mach 2. The aircraft could climb rapidly to over 50,000 feet within minutes and operate at a service ceiling of around 60,000 feet, making it one of the RAF's most formidable interceptors. Armed with Aden cannons and Firestreak or Red-Top missiles, the Lightning was purpose-built for high-altitude bomber interception. Later variants introduced overwing fuel tanks to extend its otherwise limited endurance. Beyond its technical capabilities, the Lightning became iconic. Its thunderous noise, dramatic silhouette, and sheer performance, leaving a lasting impression on both the RAF and communities around its bases. Today, surviving airframes such as XR724 provide a tangible link to this remarkable era, preserving the legacy of one of Britain's most extraordinary aircraft. The Lightning evolved through several variants, each pushing its capabilities further. The F-1 and F-1A entered service in 1960, equipped with Firestreak missiles. The F-2 and F-2A brought improved avionics, while the F-3 introduced Red-Top missiles and more powerful engines. The F-6, with overwing tanks and enlarged ventral tank, served until the aircraft's retirement in 1988. Export versions, F-52 and F-53, saw service with Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, including confirmed combat use. XR724's story began with its first flight in February 1965. Originally built as an F-3, it was later converted to the more advanced F-6 standard. Operating with 5 and 11 squadrons at RAF Binbrook, XR724 played a key role in air defense, as well as training and display duties. For much of its service life, the aircraft operated on quick reaction alert, maintained in a constant state of readiness to intercept potential threats. Following the end of its RAF career in 1987, XR724 was transferred to British Aerospace for use in tornado radar trials. After completing this work, it was placed into storage at RAF Shawbury, where it faced an uncertain future and the risk of disposal before ultimately being preserved, allowing it to survive as one of the most significant remaining examples of the Lightning. A bold bid by a dedicated Lightning enthusiast working with the Lightning Association saved XR724 from destruction and began its remarkable preservation story. In July 1992, after sourcing engines and a serviceable ejection seat, and with Civil Aviation Authority approval, the aircraft was registered as GBTSY and flown back to RAF Binbrook. This return flight was both a technical and emotional milestone, one of the last occasions a Lightning would take to the air. It not only secured XR724's survival, but also created a direct link between its operational past and its future in preservation, cementing its status as one of the most significant surviving examples of the type. From 1992 onwards, XR724 spent many years in outdoor storage at Binbrook, exposed to the elements and facing corrosion, delamination, and progressive system deterioration. Limited access to hangar space, along with operational constraints and permissions, made preservation particularly challenging. Despite these setbacks, dedicated volunteers continue to maintain the aircraft, demonstrating remarkable resilience and commitment. This period not only underscores the vulnerability of historic jets when left exposed, but also highlights the critical importance of secure shelter in enabling any meaningful long-term restoration effort. In June 2025, 60 years after its first flight, XR724's engines thundered once more over the Lincolnshire Wolds, marking a major milestone in its restoration journey. Building on steady progress since 2010, efforts gathered momentum through improved organization, engineering focus, and growing public support. The successful return of the lower Rolls-Royce Avon engine to running condition represented both a technical achievement and a powerful emotional moment. Public engine runs reinforced this impact, demonstrating that XR724 is no longer just a preserved airframe, but a living aircraft once again. With work progressing toward bringing the upper engine online, each milestone continues to validate the association's vision while strengthening its credibility within the wider preservation community. Founded in 1989 following the success of a lightning rally at RAF Binbrook, the Lightning Association is dedicated to preserving the legacy of Britain's only operational Mach 2 fighter and the story of XR724. The association brings together volunteers, including former engineers, aircrew, and enthusiasts, who focus on historical preservation, engineering, education, and public engagement. Alongside documenting the Lightning's history, they maintain several airframes, including XR724, XR725, XS899, and XM192, with the ultimate goal of keeping XR724 in ground-running condition. Funded through donations, events, and community support, the association continues to educate and inspire, ensuring that the Lightning story remains accessible, relevant, and alive for future generations. The English Electric Lightning was more than just an aircraft. It was a statement of British engineering excellence. With 337 built and 28 years of RAF service, it defined a generation of Cold War aviation, earning a near-mythical reputation among the pilots and ground crew who worked on it. Today, that legacy continues through XR724. Being prepared to run both engines, it represents not a static exhibit, but living history. The thunder heard again at Binbrook in 2025 is more than the echo of the past. It is the sound of a determined community, ensuring that the Lightning story endures for future generations. The Lightning Association's vision for XR724 centers on sustained ground-running capability, enhanced public access, and long-term conservation. While a return to flight is not possible, regular engine demonstrations bring the aircraft to life, allowing audiences to experience it far beyond a static display. Open days, educational talks, and regular online updates keep the community engaged and connected to the project, while a permanent shelter enables year-round maintenance and continued engineering progress. As a result, XR724 stands as a flagship of British aviation heritage, preserving not just an aircraft, but a living experience, ensuring the story of the Lightning remains an active and enduring part of the UK's history. Meet just some of the dedicated team behind XR724, whose work ranges from complete resprays to fitting the distinctive ventral tank that defines the F6 variant. Their skill, commitment, and attention to detail have resulted in an aircraft that remains true to its original form. For more information, please visit our website and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram for the latest updates and insights. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please speak to a member of the team who will be happy to help.